Today we're going to test whether this LawnMaster OcuMow robot lawnmower can handle the worst lawn in the neighborhood. And guess who has the worst lawn in the neighborhood? Now we're talking about overgrown grass, clumps, weeds, sticks, dry grass, uneven surfaces, a slight slope to a pretty steep slope. We're going to do all that, see if it could mow, see if it could, if it gets stuck, and see if it could go back to the home port. So a lot of videos, you see these things on perfectly manicured lawns that look like golf courses. Not this video. Let's take a look. So in this video, we're not going to get too much into the weeds of the actions that it does, all the presets, and it's pretty involved, but this is not the video. This is about, can it handle a not so perfect lawn? This way, if you have a decent lawn to better lawn, this will perform flawlessly. So obviously it's got a carry handle, big stop button. You could adjust the blade height and the grass cutting height to here, to a max of 3.1 inches to a low of 1.2. And you got the adjustment knob here with an LCD screen. You got stop, home button, back button, and power button. And it's got all the, the radars. This is the charging points, that little sensor camera there. Battery pack back here, single battery, 24 volt, max 24 volt. Got nice wheels. Let's take a look at the thing. There goes the cutting blades, and it's that simple. All the technology in a simple device, and let's see how it works. Now we're gonna follow bot as it does its business. Now I put like a random mode. It has like 3 different modes: spiral, edge cutting, and I'm just gonna drop it and let it do its thing. Now this is a pretty steep slope. As you can see, the stairs in the back, it's like several steps up to the front of the house. So this is challenging for this. This is not really designed for steep slope work, but yet it's doing a great job. Now I have dry grass, sticks, it's uneven, clumpy grass, even some ivy in this area, which is a little bit thicker than grass. And even if the blades don't cut it clean, I'm putting this through worst case scenario. Now if you have a level lawn with nice manicured grass that's easily cuttable, this will work fantastic if it passes this test. Now, long story short, it covered a lot of ground, and I was pleased with its performance. It detected stone edges, the step edges, and it got stuck only once, which is about here. And it started beeping and it said it was stuck, so I went and rescued it, but it only got stuck once. Now here it was moving on to greener pastures, which is my neighbor's lawn. There's no fence between us, so it goes over up to their driveway, and it seemed to have a way easier time, level land, softer blades of grass to cut, and it was going at a pretty good clip. Now you could see it entering back into my zone, which is dry grass, clumps, bumps, and even leaves and small sticks around. And it probably would prefer my neighbor's lawn, but it still was working. It detected some rough spots and it backed up, and like here it backed up, and it just changes direction, pulls through, or sometimes it just goes back and then forward again. It really wants to just mow, and that's the great idea about a robot lawnmower. So convenient. If I had an ideal spot for it, I would watch it sit and run while having a beer, instead of pushing a lawnmower up and down my slope and getting a workout But if you have the right situation for a robot lawnmower, I think it's well worth it. And if you're able to keep it within a refined area, which they provide magnetic strips, this way you could block off certain areas, like you don't want it going into the neighbors, you don't want it going into the street. Now if you could put a good solid boundary and trust that you could leave it alone and let it just do its work, and it'll return to the charging station. Like here, it's returned to the charging station on a slope, and I didn't even affix this to the ground properly, so it comes with spikes. See the holes there? You could spike this down to make it smoother transition. I just threw it there, plugged it in, and this guy figured it out and got himself in there, or she got herself in there, and it's pretty interesting. And you know, and there she goes. She plugged in and started charging immediately. And if you could put a schedule, or I see the usefulness of this in certain situations in yards. May not be the case for my front yard, but I see how this could be very useful. So you can see I just plopped this thing down in my terrible lawn. It did its job, only got stuck once, and I think there's value in this, and I could see the convenience, especially if you don't like pushing a manual lawnmower around and you have enclosed space that you could just basically let it go and do its thing while you spend your time doing other things. So that's my little torture test of the LawnMaster robot lawnmower, and I think it's a great value.